Alyssa. Happy Monday. I have to admit, I don't think I've been this nervous for Facebook Live in a really long time. And we've done a lot of Facebook Live. So the reason I'm a little nervous about this is because this one could go either way. And so, yeah, that's it. We'll watch what happens live, right? You guys like it live because you see that I am a crafter just like you, and sometimes things don't work out, and it is what it is, right? Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Anybody follow my Wild Saturday Night? Well, gotta tell you, Bob was watching the fight. Whatever. So I broke out this wood burning tool I bought. I gotta say, it works just fine. I'm sure it works just how it's supposed to be. I do not have patience for wood burning, okay? You have to cut the stencil, then you have to draw it, then you have to take the stencil off, then you have to do all with this little tool. No, I don't have time for that. And plus, like when I showed Bob, he's like, did Blake write that? So I found a new way thanks to a lovely Silhouette School reader who was like, Melissa, you should try the scorch pen. And so I tried the scorch pen, and you guys, it works so much better, okay? See, look, here's my first attempts, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you how to use this thing, the scorch pen with the heat gun live. Gotta love Amazon. One day, I literally ordered this stuff yesterday morning, and it came last night. It's so awesome. And then I tried it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, first things first, cut your stencil. Oh boy, here we go, hold on. This is a little wobbly today. Oh gosh. I'm nervous to move it. It's attached, oh gosh, I'm sorry that it's sideways. Okay, so this is 641, which is basically permanent adhesive matte vinyl, okay? I'm just using it because I don't use a lot of pink and I needed a large sheet. All right, so we'll talk about that. So first thing that you're gonna do, you're cutting this, just your design. I put a weeding box around it. That helps to make it a stencil. And I've already started to weed it just because it had some very small areas, and so I needed to weed those out. Now, the areas that you want to weed out, this is the excess around, the area that you want to weed out is where the scorching is going to happen, okay? So you got to be careful about that. So unlike a decal where you're leaving that part in, this time you're weeding that out. So I want to scorch in this area. This design is from the farmhouse bundle that we have right now on So Fancy. It's super cute. If you are a fan of Christmas farmhouse, you are a fan of this bundle. It is awesome. All right, so I'm just weeding out. I'm making the stencil, okay? And then this is, hope you're in it for the long haul here. This is not going to be my typical like in and out 5 minute Facebook Live. This is... Oh boy, all right, we got an issue with that. We'll get back to it. This is gonna be, I don't know. We're gonna be here a couple minutes. Grab your lunch, afternoon cup of coffee. You got me for the long haul, which is why I plugged my phone in to make sure it does not die. Because I am notorious for leaving my phone on like 3%, okay? All right, so this is not a decal. Remember, we are using this vinyl. This is going to be our stencil. I'm going to tell you where I got all my things, including these wood panels, 8x8 wood panels. They came in a pack of 6 or 8? 6, I think. Okay. All right, now I got to go back up here and deal with what's going on up here. I'm just going to, I need some tweezers probably. Let's see. Do we have tweezers? I've got a little piece that does not want to come out. And I'm gonna make it stay. Okay, there we go, okay. All right, so we've got our stencil, okay? So now the stencil is going to go onto this wood block. Those of you just joining, we are doing a first attempt, not really a first attempt, I'm very experienced with this. We went back, I did it for the first time last night. Yeah, okay. So here we go. So I'm gonna put this on here, and I've made this design slightly larger than this wood panel because I want these stripes to go edge to edge, okay? All right, so what we need before we need our panel is we need our transfer tape. I'm gonna cut a piece of transfer tape that will fit the entire design on it. This is where it's nice to have grid lines on your transfer tape. Yes, these scissors are as big as they look. Someone asked me that the other day. I'm not really sure what that means. Yes, there's no illusion. They are large scissors. Okay, now we're going to take our transfer tape, lay it down over our vinyl stencil, take our scraper and burnish. Okay, we're going to pick up the pink stencil off the backing. Okay, and we're going to lay it down on our piece of wood. Okay. Move the mat. All right, I'm going to trim down this transfer tape so it's not so large. It's a little large today and getting in my way. So I'm cutting this down. Okay? Hope you guys had a good weekend. We are still having wonderful weather here in Southern California. So we spent some time on the beach yesterday, which was awesome. We haven't been to the beach in a couple weeks. Okay, and then I came home and I crafted. All right, so, okay, so this is gonna go on here, all right? So we need to peel the backing off the vinyl decal, not decal, vinyl stencil. You're noticing that I'm pulling the backing off. That tends to be helpful. I've got some very small pieces over here in the text. I just wanna make sure they all stay down on the, all right, we'll again deal with that in a minute. Okay. Burnish. You want everything to stay on the transfer tape for right now. This little piece doesn't want to stay. Okay. And now these are 8 by 8. So I'm going to place this down. Carefully. Pressure. It's going to hang over a little bit. That's what I wanted because I wanted these to go over the edge. Okay. All right. So now we've put our stencil onto our wood block. Okay. And now we're going to peel the transfer tape off. Okay. And leave the stencil behind. Okay. And this is how we're using our silhouette. And then we are going to take our, you're continuing to burnish. We are going to take our scorching pen marker thing, scorching marker, and we are going to draw in all of the areas where wood is exposed, okay? Again, I told you guys, I warned you ahead of time. This is not a 5-minute in and out Melissa Facebook Live special. This is you're in it for the long haul kind of a day. Okay. Oh boy. All right, we've got to make sure that these lines stay where they need to stay. The part of the problem, not problem, but part of it is because I've got it hanging off the side here. Okay, so you see I'm pulling at an angle. That helps when you're pulling your vinyl up. I'm sure you guys are asking questions. I can multitask with the best of them, but I cannot see questions today. Okay. Just going to put that down like that. And heck, if you like that, you just leave that just like that, right? You want a pink sign? Ta-da! We're not going to leave it like that. All right, what we are going to do is take our scorching pen, and we are now we're going to make sure that this stencil is down everywhere, because wherever this pen goes, that is where our heat gun is going to scorch. So I've already primed this. You want to make sure that you get the scorching solution down into the pen. Now, I learned one thing from my original bird here. What you don't want is to lay down too much scorching solution, because then it kind of gets a little drippy, and you end up with streaks, because what happens is as the heat gun like blows the air, it spreads the ink around, and so you don't like let it puddle, just color. Okay, so I intentionally picked this design, I'm thinking like, oh, there's not that much to color. Well, I want you guys to see. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, and then I did all of this. This is going to be a mess down here, I think, because it's so small. But you can see that you need to make sure that all the areas are covered. So you're literally, I'm just using this as a stencil and I'm drawing, whoops, this P is going to be a little messed up. Okay, you should see, while I'm air drying this with the heat gun, I'm going to show you the one that I originally was like, oh, this will be a good one to do. And then I was like, what are you thinking, Melissa? This is a terrible idea right now on your very first scorching on Facebook Live. Okay, so I'm just coloring all, not even coloring, I'm just tracing all of these areas. The other reason you want to make sure that you're not like really puddling too much of this in here is because once you take the stencil off, which you want to do before you start using the heat gun, if you have like puddles of this scorching solution, which they tell me on Amazon is non-toxic, if you have puddles of it, when you take the stencil off, it'll like bleed, so you don't want to do that. Okay, this will go much faster in just a second when I get done all this. Those of you, oh gosh, I always feel so rushed. I feel like I'm wasting your guys' time. I guess you wouldn't be here if you didn't have time. Okay, so now let's color this. I can't wait for you to see. It's one of those like, aha. Like I was telling Bob about it and he's like, so like, why do people care about this? I said, Bob, they like crafting. And he goes, how is this silhouette related? And I said, well, we make our stencil with our Silhouette machine. He didn't get it, but I also don't get why he needs to watch 6 hours of football every weekend. So like, we all have our thing, right? Okay, so here we go. Now we're gonna color this part in. If you guys are like, your boss is calling you like, hey, get back to work, you can always watch this back, like, you know, tonight while your husband's watching Monday Night Football. Oh no, is today Monday? Yeah, must be, yeah. Okay. Okay. Are you guys still with me? All say aye. Also, I don't know if you guys saw while we're just sitting here coloring. Today, or this week, we're celebrating 3 years of Silhouette U. So Silhouette U is different than the Silhouette School blog. Silhouette School blog is almost 6 years old, if you can believe that. Silhouette U is 3 years old. It's our membership website, and we have a membership sale going on right now. So if you're interested in that, there's a post that I put on Facebook earlier. And also we sent out an email, so all that info's there. All right. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm so excited to peel this off and use the heat gun. It's seriously, it's like so, you're gonna be amazed, hopefully. Color, 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 color. Okay. Are we good? I lost some of you. All right, that's all right. Okay, so now we're gonna peel this up, okay? It's very hard to see, but if you look closely, like as close as I am, you'll be able to see there's pink areas where I laid down the scorching solution, which I'll try to show you in just a second. Hold on. It looks like a nothing right now, but I'm telling you, this is cool. All right, we need all this vinyl. You don't want to leave the vinyl on there when you go to use the scorching thing, because this scorching, the heat gun, and actually I should point that out. There were some reviews on Amazon where I bought the scorching pen saying that it didn't work very well, and there was the manufacturer was like recommending that you have a heat gun that had 1,000 watts. Well, most of them, and most of the crafting ones that people use, are only 300 watts. So I made sure that I bought one that was over 1,000 watts, and the one I got that I threw the link up there for you guys, it was only, I think, $17 or something, and you can use it for a lot of different things. So okay, All right, so it's kind of hard to see right now, but I promise you there's something on there. Are you ready? Okay, now, they say clear everything else off, so we'll just move all this stuff. Here it is! It looks like a giant hairdryer. Are we ready? I'm gonna plug this puppy in. Okay. Whoa! Ah! Okay, we're not ready yet. Okay, I'm turning it up. You ready? Okay, here we go. You're gonna see it's gonna start scorching. It takes a second to get going. And the longer that you hold it on there, hold on. I promise, something's happening. Can you see? Okay, you can see that, right? It's hot, so I can't really hold it. Okay. You guys see this? Okay. I'm not really talking because I feel like you probably can't hear me, so that's why I'm not talking. Apparently you're supposed to do that. Okay, so cute, right? Now, here's the thing. This is my first one. Couple things, well, I did do these too. Okay, so here's what I think. I think, first of all, the smaller text, and I'm going to go back over this because the more heat that you apply, the longer that you apply the heat, the darker it gets. You can see there were areas up here that were darker than others, so if I go back over them. But the one thing that you need to, the one thing that I would say is like really small text is going to be hard to do because you've got this pen that has a thick, it's got a thick tip, okay? So, however, it is much faster. You'd be sitting here until tomorrow if I was using the wood burning tool, which I like is fine. But I mean, I think this is cute for like a little shelf sitter or whatever like that, right? And very farmhousey. Yes. Is that wood? It looks like a canvas. These are actually called wood canvases. It's wood. It's wood. And you could make it double-sided because something can go right in here too. Cute, right? Okay, so that's that. This is just the first time that I've done it. I feel like you guys, it's another awesome thing that we can do with our Silhouette machines. You just cut the stencil. Here's the one that here's another one that I have. I haven't even filled it in yet. This is from the new mandala bundle that we have on So Fancy. And I thought, oh, this one will be great. And then I realized how much I was gonna have to weed out while you guys were sitting there, and I was like, no way. So let's go with this one, which is from the Farmhouse bundle, okay? All right, you guys, I hope that you check it out, try it. I threw all the links for the bundle, the Farmhouse Christmas bundle, which is only available for a limited time. The Scorch Pen, these things, they come in as a set of 6. I think they're like 20 bucks or $21. And also this thing. Don't try to dry your hair with it. You will literally burn your hair off. I'm actually going to unplug it right now. So everything is up there. If you do some scorch stuff, let me see. You guys, I don't know where I put that other stuff, but I'm sure they're probably a little better than my first attempt, which was, this is with the actual wood burning tool. It's not so good. But I tried, right? That's all what it is. I like you guys to see this stuff so you can see like, okay, she tried, whatever. Anyway, okay, all right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous afternoon. I'll see you soon.